Yes, dude.
Nice.
I could totally buy it. It's only $9.90.
Framed?
No, not framed.
Okay.
Movieposters.com. It's 27 by 30, so it's like 3 feet by a little bit less. A little bit less than. It's like 2 by 3. Almost.
People will come over and ask so many questions. Actually, they'll just
ask one. Get tangled up in more wacky adventures and find themselves involved in hilarious run-ins with all sorts of unsuspecting characters.
Oh, man. This is great.
Addams Family 2 is just the peak of spooky family fun.
It truly is.
The poster says, unhappy to see you again. God damn it, I love this country.
What a clever tag.
You know, think Oscar Isaac. He's popping off with this Moon Knight thing. You know, he's Poe Dameron, but he's Gomez Addams.
That's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing. Oh, Leto Atreides and Dune, sure, whatever. But that's no Gomez.
Ex Machina. Nah.
He would have survived if he was Gomez.
They could have done Ex Machina with Jake Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have done Annihilation with Jake Johnson.
That's right. Exactly. They could do any Oscar Isaac role with Jake Johnson except for the Addams Family.
For Gomez.
Yeah.
He has to be Gomez.
That's right. Can't have it.
And, I mean, Charlize Theron. Mm-hmm. Fuck, Atomic Blonde. More like Atomic Bomb compared to the Addams Family 2.
100%.
The Addams Family 2 is the peak. Spooky family fun, people.
Yeah.
I mean,
cinema classic.
We're not reviewing it today, but if I could review it every time, I would.
You would.
You know, just turn this into the Addams Family 2. DMT presents the Addams Family 2 podcast.
And it's just the same thing, but it's a different conversation. New takes every time. Every week.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if I did a challenge of watching the Addams Family 2 every day for 365 days?
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I don't want to. I don't want to.
You know what that reminds me of? The Mark Maron thing on your mom's house, which we're gonna get into that with those people.
That's right.
Where they asked him if he would give up music or movies, basically, with this "Would you rather," where it was like, would you rather every time you turned on the TV you had to watch the Sister Act 2 with Whoopi Goldberg, or every time that you heard a song, even if it was like you were somewhere public and it was on the radio, but what you heard was "The Heat Is On." The heat is on. Just over and over and over. That's the only song you hear. And he picked the Sister Act 2. He couldn't give up music. And I'm like, I think, then as they were digging deeper, he's like, you just be like, every time I watch it, just be like, new things come to pass. I can write dissertations about the Sister Act 2. It's like, today, I think I noticed about the Sister Act 2.
Yeah.
Just do that with the Addams Family too.
Why not, I think the people that see like Spider-Man or Avengers in theaters, 300 times or whatever, I don't get it.
Oh, it was like that guy that I sent you guys the video where he saw Morbius once a day for 5 days, which is absurd.
Yeah, no, it's just why would you do that? You got to have something going on.
Well, here's the thing that he did that I found to be extra remarkable was that he didn't want his money going towards Morbius. So what he did was he bought tickets every single time for what was that movie called? It's like Everything Everywhere All at Once, I think that movie was, that time travel movie that I've heard great things about. But he bought tickets for that, so the money was going towards that because he thinks that Jared Leto is a piece of shit and that Sony in this movie don't deserve it. Because it would mean, going towards the box office, Morbius 2.
Right, Yeah. No, for sure. Wait, why does he think Jared Leto's a piece of shit? Does he go in depth?
A little bit, but just mostly the behavior. Jared Leto just does not seem like a good person. I don't know what all he's done outside of the stupid fuckery he was doing during Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Where he's sending people used condoms and dead rats and shit like that. And it's like,
yeah,
come on, just be a fucking actor, man.
He is
Show up, do your job, and fucking go suck 30 seconds of Mars off, dude. I don't give a shit about that band at all.
Whoa,
that's them. We are the kings and the queens. I fucking hated that song. That Sunkissed commercial back in 2000, whatever the fuck that was, 11, 12. That Sunkissed commercial. Combined with the other one that was playing We Are Young. Those were both running at the same time. Jesus fucking Christ. If you're going to buy that much ad space, make 2 ads. Flip-flop them. I don't want to see 2 of the same fucking commercials every commercial break.
That's the voice of Jared Leto.
Also, who drinks Sunkist? Fanta's where it's at, dude.
Yeah. Fanta, Fanta.
Fanta.
Don't you want the Fanta, Fanta?
Exactly.
Don't you want the Fanta, Fanta?
Yes, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Batman, dude?
Dude, okay. Here's the thing.
Sammy B has a message. He's going to lay it down.
All right, listen here, Seguras. You guys, I was going to let it slide. But you guys decided to post that video calling us pussies for liking Spider-Man. And then you hype Batman because you think he fucks.
Yeah.
Jack,
Crazy.
he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He clearly doesn't. He is a fucking Howard Hughes recluse, weirdo,
that
living
belt,
with his
bro,
butler.
is a chastity belt.
Basically.
Okay?
Basically.
The underoos,
Yeah.
they ain't coming on.
No.
They never do. You think the Batson's getting any?
Yeah.
No.
Let's compare stats, all right? Spider-Man, Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy.
The Batflack? Is he getting any?
No.
No way.
Well, you got Mary Jane, Gwen
Ow.
Stacy. You got, what's her name? Betty Brant. You got fucking
Liz.
Liz. You got Liz. And then you got Silk. Those are 5 that I can name off the top of my head. And Silk, that is an entire comic book. I have an issue of a comic book where there's a problem that those 2 won't stop fucking.
Sometimes.
Spider-Man fucks hard,
He's got that.
dude.
He's got that spider dick.
Yeah.
They got to make many babies.
Exactly.
Spiders have like 80 eggs at a time. He's having 80 babies at a time.
Exactly.
He's like Zeus. He's
Exactly.
coming down. He's just banging the mortals.
Exactly.
It goes back to high school.
Dude,
Sounds kind of gross when I say it like that, but anyway.
Could have said it better. Batman, who's he got? He's got Catwoman, who she doesn't even know who he is.
He only fucked the Anne Hathaway Catwoman. At least so far.
No, I don't think they even fucked. They just kissed.
But they moved to Europe at the end.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
So that's implied fucking.
Yeah, but it's Anne Hathaway.
Yeah,
which is like
it's
like if you want to buy the Kroger version.
I mean, he fucked Talia al Ghul in that movie, but she was a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, it was the worst part of the movie.
Worst part of the movie.
And as Pete Holmes promptly points out in The Badman, how is he talking to her in the same light? She's the bad guy and they fucked. Like, how is he not? How is that not all he's talking about?
I know, right? I know, right?
Yeah, because again, it does
like you didn't have to seduce me to do this plan, you stupid.
And it doesn't seem like Batman fucks very often, especially the Christian Bale Batman, who again is the best Batman. But you would think that his attachment issues, after being single that long and that level of betrayal, he would have been way more focused on the relationship.
Dude, he spends 2 movies getting fully cucked by Harvey Dent. Basically, he's obsessed with Rachel. He doesn't fuck her one time. They don't fuck at all.
That's right.
He takes out, in The Dark Knight, he takes out a boat full of hot Russian ballet dancers as like a, running interference, so he has a cover story so he can fuck off to China to kidnap that poor guy. He's Greta calculation. And my calculation is that Batman didn't fuck any of those Russian hotties before jumping ship. If anything, Alfred gets more pussy than Batman, and that's bleak.
A lot of pussy. Michael Caine, Alfred too. Michael Caine.
Yeah, seriously, god damn it. I mean, if you guys are going to come up, you guys want the smoke, do not come at experts, all right? Because that, it's just not going to end up well,
Yeah.
Fucking stick to your cars and your Bauhaus, Seguras.
Yeah, your what, the vroom vrooms?
Yeah, your vroom vrooms and your emo stuff. I know emo, calling goth people emo is really, really touchy.
Yeah, they don't like it?
They don't like it.
Oh, no.
It's different things, apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, well, anyway, that was my whole rant. Let's review this show about gay pirates.
What's up? What's happening?
That's right. It's another episode of DMT Reviews. It sounded like it could have been a DMT, but it's DMT Reviews. I don't think either of us can go a week without going, ugh, on that beat drop. That's just so, satisfying.
Oh, yeah. And guess what?
Yeah.
Copyright free.
Yes, exactly.
It's a free,
It's a free,
which
each
week. We all love. A free, But, I think you made some good points there, bud.
Yeah.
I think that was powerful. That was emotional. And I think you got a message across. So,
Yeah.
congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Fucking...
Shout out.
I got a fucking Outcast shirt. I don't see any Batman shirts with rap albums on it.
Yeah, you came ready to fight, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came ready with the smoke. I got the chains. I got the watch, dude.
They didn't have to repost it.
Yeah. They didn't have to repost it. but that's asking for the smoke.
That's right. That's right. Oh, man. Sammy B.
Yeah.
What about this show? It's been a couple weeks since I've seen it.
Well, what's the name of this show?
Our Flag Means Death.
Yes.
The classic flag of the one, the only. We'll get to that in a minute.
See,
you can.
I ripped through this show really quickly.
Yeah, no, I'm excited because I think you have a much fresher perspective than I do, which is going to be interesting because I definitely binged it really fast.
I don't know why I was so, like, resistant to watching it. There was something about the title on the poster being in pink that I was like, I don't know, this might be really stupid, but also Taika is in it and, produced it. And I love Rhys Darby in just about everything that I've seen him in.
Yeah. Yes, man.
I mean,
Carl.
playing.
Or wait, is Jim Carrey Carl?
Yeah, he's Carl.
He's
no.
Carl. No.
No, what's his fucking name? Yeah, Jim Carrey is Carl in Yes
Okay.
Man, but he's in Yes Man. He's his boss.
He says Carl.
Yeah.
Okay,
Funny
Carl?
hat and or wig party.
That's
and
right.
what was it that he
He's
says?
the werewolf.
Yeah, we're werewolves, not swearwolves. And what we do in the shadows.
Werewolves, not swearwolves.
We're not swearwolves.
Oh, man, that's great. Yeah.
But he's always been funny and Fly the Conchords, everything. And it's like, it's about time that he's been a leading man on a big, advertised show.
Yeah, these New Zealanders.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
These Kiwis, Pally.
Pretty quick-witted.
Yes.
Yes, very silly.
They're very fun folk.
Very fun folk.
They're like flat accents with the Australian accent. Yeah. It's like that was something when I rewatched the What We Do in the Shadows movie when they were talking to the cops or something. It was like, just the way they talk, man. It's just, flat.
Yeah.
You know?
I wish desperately that I was a New Zealander or an Australian.
Welcome to the dance floor, boys.
Thanks, Tom.
Dude, I fucking want to go to Australia. That's my number one.
Yeah. I want to be from there, man.
Oh, you want to be from there?
I want to be hanging out with Taika and Chris Hemsworth in those, South Pacific talks.
But
you
not
know?
Hugh, huh?
Not Hugh. I would love
Not
to hang
Hugh?
out with Hugh.
Not Nicole Kidman?
Nicole.
James Wan?
Nicole needs to get out of the AMC contract. I see her too much.
You see her before a Nicole Kidman movie.
It's true. It's true. Where she kills it. She does great, but I can't help but get over the obstacle of laughing that she is watching Jurassic Park and Creed 2 and La La Land, I believe. A little bit. I just like the idea that
Dressed like that, she is not going to see Creed 2.
Creed 2 is the one that makes me laugh so hard. I'm sure she's a fan, but
I mean, that's not a non-family movie, but it's also definitely very much a dude film.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Like there's testosterone.
Nicole Kidman going alone to see that movie. Interesting to me.
The desert workout montage, man, alone is just so much testosterone. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, hey, Michael Basketball Jordan.
Michael Basketball Jordan, baby.
Right. That's right.
Michael Boxer Jordan. There you go.
There it is. But anyway, back to Taika.
And so our flag means death. I just didn't know what to make of it. The trailers weren't really all that appealing, and what it made it seem like. What it made it seem like was just that it was just going to be a lot of slapstick buffoonery, which it's not I'm opposed to it, but I have to be in the mood for it.
Sure.
And then I kind of came around to it after rewatching Ragnarok. I think it was Ragnarok or something. It had something to do with Taika. I think it was Ragnarok because I just rewatched that. And I was like, I'll watch Our Flag Means Death. I'll give it a shot. Rhys Darby, wow me. And I couldn't have been more pleasantly surprised with how good this show is and how much deeper it ended up being than I thought it would initially be.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is a deep show, and I mean,
and it doesn't sacrifice funny for deep either.
Exactly,
it balances them very
exactly.
well. Yeah.
I mean, just all the jokes were really fucking well thought out, and the character development and everything as the show progresses and as each member of the crew just gets more and more comfortable.
Yeah.
It is just fucking hilarious. And I just remember I was on episode 5, I think, and I texted you and I'm like, okay, dude, I don't need you to spoil anything with me, but I'm sort of getting the feeling that everybody's going to be gay by the end of this show. And you're like, no spoilers, but yeah, you're right. And I'm like, yeah, because it started off that obviously Lucius was the gay one.
Right, yeah.
You know, with his preposterous sideburns, you know? Those sideburns are insane.
He's something, man.
He's something for sure. But he's like classic Faye, very feminine, and
he's quick to he snaps at you, you know.
Yeah,
he puts you in your place.
Yeah,
you know?
and then everybody else is just super rowdy and gruff. You got was it Black Pete? The lesbian bald guy.
Yeah, who claims to have worked for Black.
Yeah, and been his like right hand man.
I like how they treat pirates like startup companies.
Basically,
like Silicon Valley. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean meets Silicon Valley meets.
I did not think of it. That's exactly.
That's how they handle it. And Blackbeard is this big, tech mogul who's going around the sea, raiding ships, kicking ass. You know, this guy claims that he worked there for Blackbeard. He knows him and shit.
Like, I used to work for Facebook. I was kind of close with Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, fucking guy. And then obviously you have Reese Darby's boat, which is the startup, right? He's going for it. But what's interesting?
What's the name of the ship? Did they have one? I know it has a unicorn on the bow.
Yeah. Fuck, I can't remember. It's worth a Google. But the funny thing about it is, because I thought that was hilarious. I thought, each crew member was super funny, and like the way they were handling pirates, because that's the thing. Pirates are an interesting balance, because pirates, when well done, are always good. It's like a genre of a movie almost. Now, most of
it's just called The Revenge.
The Revenge.
Just The Revenge.
That's right. But like most pirate stuff, I would say comes from Pirates of the Caribbean at this point in culture.
Yeah.
Maybe old stories that we know, maybe not even necessarily movies.
I had a piratology book.
Yeah, lots of books.
Elementary, and that was really cool. There was a pirate exhibit that's gone through the museum.
Pirates are like cowboys and knights and these arbitrary
just
things.
Just the Caribbean, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah, exactly.
Or Caribbean.
It's an interesting genre, and it's one that, if you're just doing it to do it, it can really suck. But if you do it with like the right intentions, as per usual, it could be really entertaining.
I think the intention of this show is to challenge and question and all the ideals of what makes being a man,
totally
a man, So and you got Stede Bonnet.
Oh, and that's the thing I was gonna say is it does all this with the genre, but also it's based on a real
guy. Yeah, he was the gentleman pirate. This is a real person who blew up his rich life on Barbados to go be a pirate. Mm-hmm. And he didn't make it 2 years. He died like very quickly.
Yeah. So this takes his essence, I think.
And I think the only like real factual thing that they drew upon, because all the pirate stuff is just mired in legend. There's hard to tell fact from fiction.
Like Blackbeard.
Like Blackbeard entirely, yeah. Where, the way that Black Pete is, presenting him is that he can literally make himself smoke, and he's got fiery eyes and all this shit. And it's like, well, okay, people actually believed that back then. It's like, yeah, that's Blackbeard, dude.
Yeah.
We don't fucking fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
But I know that
the stories come from people who their whole ship got killed.
Right.
If it happened, he showed up, he cut him up, and then people were just like left traumatized afloat at sea. So what else were they going to say? Yeah.
Exactly. And like the the thing that I found really funny was that what I could find was that the encounter with the Spanish Armada, that happened.
Right.
But the rest of it is so left up to interpretation.
Yeah.
But the thing that I liked about this show was that they didn't necessarily feel any sort of need to stick to dialogue, time-accurate dialogue. Period. Accurate dialogue.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff where it's just it's not quite contemporary speak, but it's definitely much more laid back and less proper.
I was gonna say I think it's less of the written dialogue and more of the actors' performances that bring that. I think it is very modernly written, which I think is great. I think that's the thing I've found trying to write contemporary stuff or ancient stuff, whatever it may be. sometimes you get too much in your head of like, I need to make this sound right versus I just need to say what I got to say.
Yeah.
And the actors should be able to convey this well enough that the audience, it doesn't really matter if they're talking like we do or they're talking like it was.
Yeah, because I mean, Game of
1600.
Thrones, I feel like people were able to get into that because the acting and dialogue in it wasn't so rigidly period accurate. Because if you listen, or I listened to the audiobooks, but George R.R. Martin, like the amount of times that he says "small wonder" in it, and I'm like, that is such an arbitrarily old-fashioned way of saying "no wonder." Like, no wonder. It's like small wonder that Jon Snow was so fucking like small wonder why the kids were small wonder. It's like, all right, Roy Dotrice, can you like sub out? Just throw in a no wonder for me. Just one no wonder. Because small wonder sounds really stupid to
Small
me.
wonder.
Small wonder.
Small
Small
wonder.
wonder.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no good.
So I like that, and I think you're right that there's a lot of improv on this.
For sure. Well, and I mean, you can tell, like, at least between Reese and Taika, you know, they've worked together enough and like respect each other's talent enough and are able to bounce off of it, you know, so well. And everybody on the cast is so funny and talented, and like they really are trying to tell a great story that I feel like a lot of the shoot just being there was super fun. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like it didn't seem like it was a tough shoot. It
No,
seemed like this was a
it
hard
felt
job
like it
for
was
them.
a brisk and fun shoot.
Yeah.
And that's really actually the other thing that worried me about the show was that Taika wasn't credited for writing or creating it.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know. But then if you think about it, all he had to do was dress up in his Mad Max Blackbeard costume, which
Yep.
that was a nice touch. I noticed that right away that he had the one sleeve, and I'm like, he looks like Mad Max and Road Warrior. Looked it up on IMDb. It is exactly that's what they were going for.
Yep.
And Taika, I think he just got to have fun in the acting.
Totally.
And you show up, get his scenes knocked
Well,
out, because that's what I was wondering is like, how can he just pick up an acting job when he's like one of the busiest men in Hollywood? He's like almost Favreau status with how much shit he's got on his plate.
But think, I mean, Free Guy.
Free Guy.
This.
Yeah.
And obviously he produced this, so
He's
he
also
had a bit more of a
in
part in
something
it.
else that's coming out. It's got, he's in Lightyear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he
he's
is.
in Lightyear. I saw that just now.
It's Korg and Cap.
Yep, Gorgon Cat and Kiki Palmer.
Oh, yeah, nice. I love Kiki.
Kiki.
It's been a while. Where's she been?
I don't know. Yeah, where you been, Aquila?
Let's see.
Aquila and the Bee.
Who created this? David Jenkins.
Yes.
David Jenkins, who this seems, it's kind of like Severance. This is the only thing he's done other than People of Earth, which was a TBS show.
Mm-hmm.
But did he create it? Yeah, he created it. Wow. So his only two jobs, he created both shows.
Yeah.
How cool,
Cool, dude. Great
How
job.
fucking talented. No, that's,
Be real proud.
wrote a great. I haven't seen People of Earth, but I mean, this show is fantastic. So he's clearly cut out for it, and good for. I think he's probably. I mean, I don't know. He probably knows Taika or Reese or somebody down the line, and they got this set up with HBO. And I'm really glad. Again, this is like the best example of like taking a chance on a creator, you know, because clearly this show. It's so because it's getting a season. It has to be getting a season 2 for sure. Yeah. It's set up as season 2 for sure at the end.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But the way it left off, but I don't know if enough people watched it.
Oh yeah.
But that's the thing about it being a Max original is that with streaming shows, I don't know how Netflix can so flippantly cancel something.
Are you caught up on Barry?
No, not yet.
Oh man,
No.
that's you just hit on a point. So
Really?
funny. Yeah.
But I don't know how Netflix can flippantly cancel something when it's a streaming only service.
Right.
And sometimes, especially with how badly they advertise shit, it takes a little while for a show to get word of mouth around and everything.
Right.
Like this show, it aired pretty much like all in January and February, right? And I didn't watch it till May.
Yeah. I watched it in March. No, April. Yeah,
Yeah.
a bunch of people recommended it to me like out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, now I'm being that
Yeah.
guy. I'm
Oh,
like,
totally.
oh guys, go watch Our Flag Meets Death.
It's so
It's
fun.
great.
It's such, and again, it's just like a really fun
I keep
show.
wanting to say meets death. Our flag means death.
Oh, meets death.
Meets death.
It's just like the flag getting stabbed. over and over again. It's-
or it's just shaking hands with the Grim Reaper.
yeah. What did you think of Blackbeard's flag, Sam? What do you think of all the flags?
All the flags.
Yeah. Tell me about the flags.
I can't remember all of them, but Blackbeard's was accurate, wasn't it? It's the one with him with the spear and the black
skeleton.
heart. Yeah, the skeleton with the red heart. Yeah, so that was Blackbeard's actual flag. And I found that when I found out that was Blackbeard's flag, I'm like, oh man, I feel like he should have gone bigger. No, it's not like the skull and crossbones or cross swords or anything, but still. I want to look up what all the flags are because there was the cat. What was the cat doing? It was like a cat eating something.
I think it was just the cat. I don't remember.
I think so. Yeah, because it was covered in blood from the admiral guy that got killed.
Oh yeah.
So that's why it was like menacing now.
Right.
But the one guy was sewing it. He's like, "Are you fucking serious? Cats are some of the scariest fucking animals ever."
It's true
in history.
People feared cats.
Cats. Oh yeah.
Especially at sea, bro. Especially at sea.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. I live in a mountain state. I don't go to the sea.
Okay. Here's all the flags. They had one where it's a big skull eating a little skull, like a baby skull. They got no fight about that. One where it's a skeleton holding its own head. And what's this other one? It's like a skull with a bunch of confetti, and then there's like a skeleton partying under it. And then there's Blackbeard's where it's like the demon skeleton stabbing the little heart.
Right.
But yeah, and then it's just a cat licking its paw. A cat licking his paw. That's their flag. And I love how they waved them all.
Yeah.
So
they put them all up.
Let's get into it with Steed. Right out the gate, the crew wants to mutiny him immediately.
Right.
They're like, he has no balls. He's not a captain.
He stinks.
He sucks. Like, he's making us do all. He's making us talk. He's making us tell about our feelings. He's reading us bedtime stories. He's fucking
singing all the fucking time.
Yeah, and he's paying us a salary. He's feeding us well. Like, there's no motivation to be a pirate.
These are poor conditions. For pirating.
Yeah, this is like just being on a Navy ship, basically.
That's right.
So they're like well fed. They're not, they have no real reason to go pirating other than that Steed has this inflated view of pirates being fun.
Yes. Yeah.
And so you got him, and I just love that when they're like, you need a flag, like a proper pirate ship needs a flag. And he's like, okay, well, everybody make a flag, and we'll all, vote on them. Like it's we're gonna have a nice thing. And then he hangs all of them up there. Yeah. He waves all of the flags because he's like, all of yours were good. Everyone's were good. And it's like he's so focused on emotional validation and everything. That it, quote, goes in the face of toxic masculinity. And he really gets these guys to open up throughout the course of the show. Yeah. And that's what happens. So you got, what's his name? I have the fucking page right here.
Littlefinger?
No.
From the Game of Thrones?
Wee John. Wee John Feeney.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
Speaking of Game of Thrones.
And I text you, I'm like, is that Hodor? I heard him talk one time, and sure enough, it's Hodor.
And that made me laugh, because I thought, as soon as I started, I was like, is that fucking Hodor?
Yeah.
And then you sent me that text, and I'm like, wow, we had the exact
Is that fucking Hodor, dude? It's Hodor. It's Hodor for sure. And he starts off, and he's the most obviously, savage looking, beard out to here, just a bunch of scraggly hair. He's giant, dirty looking. You could probably smell him through the screen, kind of gross, kind of guy. Yeah. And then at that point when I texted you, I noticed his beard was very, very manicured. His hair was in a new style that's very slick and proper. And then he had star tattoos around his eye, and I'm like, oh, is everybody going to turn gay? Because Hodor is looking fabulous right now. He is looking way more fabulous than he did at the beginning of the show. And yeah, sure enough, it's not even that. And for an HBO show, this is shocking. They didn't have to have any of them fuck.
Nope.
And they didn't even have to insinuate that they were fucking at all. And it's because it's much more than that to be gay.
Yeah.
You just don't, it's not just fucking dudes.
Right.
It's
exactly.
way more than that. It's an emotional.
It's a relationship. Yeah.
It is. And so, and I texted you after this when I said we should review it, that over the course of the show, everybody develops these, deep connected relationships, and like they stand up for each other. They're a full crew by the end of it, and they're all very supportive of each other and stuff. And I'm like, gay aside, this is how I feel about you guys. I love my bros. This is validating and all this stuff. It's like perfect. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And
it's all about the squad.
It's all about the squad. You're right.
You need the crew.
It's the boys.
The literal crew to keep it all up,
Exactly. This one's for the boys.
That's right.
This one is for the boys.
It
really is.
Like I think the only female is
Jim.
Jim. But Jim's non-binary, so Jim.
Right.
Yeah, Jim's both. They.
Jim is they.
And then the Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones, is that?
Yeah, Leslie Jones.
And Birdie.
That's right, Claudia Doherty.
Yes,
Doherty.
She's great.
And
I like seeing her mean in this.
Me too. Because she's so nice in love.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you got then you also had Oluwande, who's trying to cover up for Jim the whole time with the makeup and all that, but he falls in love with them. And it gets hurt because Jim needs to go seek revenge.
Yeah, Jim's got a real whole backstory.
Yeah, whole backstory.
Jim's had problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Buttons.
Buttons.
You got Buttons. He's the bird guy.
Yeah.
And he's just always out there like moonbathing with this fucking seagull.
Yeah. Who is that guy? What's he been in?
Ewan Bremner. You know him from Alien versus Predator. He was the British guy. At the very beginning of the fucking movie. It's one of those lines that's so dumb that I got burned into my brain from that movie. They're flying the helicopter, and the pilot's like, "We're about to pass the PNR." He pulls out his camera. He's gonna take a picture. They're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm gonna take a picture of the PNR." They're like, that stands for point of no return. It just means that we don't have enough fuel to turn back now, And he's like, "Oh, it's so fucking dumb. I hate that goddamn movie, Jack. I hate that goddamn movie. I hate it." But he's in that, and he's also in Train Spotting. He's the PTSD sniper in Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought he also was the wooden eye guy from Pirates of the Caribbean, but I was wrong. That was a different guy.
That's the guy who played basically Dwight
for the British office. Yeah.
Right.
And I'm trying to think of something else. There's something else that he for sure was in.
Yeah. Funny guy.
Yeah,
he's naked a lot in the show.
He is. Yeah. He's always moonbathing.
When the bird died, that was so sad.
I know, right?
That was just like, jeez.
And then when the other bird showed up looking for it,
oh my god,
you're just like, jeez, man. There's a whole arc with these birds, and it's emotional.
It's very sad.
It is.
I never thought I would feel so much for goals.
Yeah. But. Yeah, so like everybody in the cast was awesome, and I love how when they do show up at Leslie Jones Island, well, Fred Armisen for one.
Oh yeah,
Fred Armisen was just great.
Oh my God, Fred. I don't even know what to say about Fred.
I know
he's too good,
but he's like in love with Leslie Jones, and she has no interest in him.
He's her husband, right?
He's one of her husbands, but she's not into him at all. The one she was into, Jim murdered.
Yes, that's right.
And, she's got that like jar of noses.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
they drank the fucking juice out of the nose juice. Oh God, that place was disgusting. Mm-hmm. And then Izzy Hands. You got the Blackbeard's guy. But I want to talk about Blackbeard. So I think that guy, his entire drive for this show was to be just the perfect example of toxic masculinity. Because he's like just, why aren't we doing guy shit? Why aren't we doing pirate shit? Why are we fucking around with this idiot gentleman pirate doing like, with fancy linens and fucking, getting drawn naked and all this shit? Which that was one of my favorite scenes where he drew the one guy naked, and then he goes and tells the crew, and then he's like, "Yeah, Lucius has drawn all of us naked." like, what of it? We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Are you jealous that? Do you want us to draw you? Do you want us to draw you, Izzy? And he's like, oh, fuck.
Is that who you would be on the ship, Sam? Do you want to do guy stuff?
No.
You want to raid? You want to pillage?
Dude, I would totally be Steed. I would be Steed as fuck. They already said, I proclaimed, even at work, that I'm just one of the gals. I'm Samantha.
That's true.
At work. And guess what? I don't mind.
Yeah. No,
I like gal talk. I like fucking chick flicks. I like, the finer things, fine linens, dressing nice, looking nice, all that stuff. And I like fucking chicks. So there's that.
Yeah, you're a complicated person, You're very
big feminine energy, dude.
BFE.
Yeah. People are like, "Oh, you're a simp, you're a beta." Nope, not even.
No.
I just girl talk is fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Get to the bottom of things,
You get to the bottom of things. And also, I bring the male perspective. They're having all these conversations about us and their relationships behind closed doors. They don't understand men's psyche. For a lot of the times, they're just going it way deeper when it's like, no, girls.
Whoa.
They're just dumb.
Yeah.
Or they have not even thought even 1/16th the level of depth that you guys are thinking about this action that this guy did. Well, relax. Let me tell you real quick. They're not thinking about that.
Yeah, you give them the inside scoop,
You guys are overthinking. Uber thinking. Just take it down a notch.
Yeah.
But also, I'm going to validate the shit out of your emotions.
There you go. That's how you do it, man.
It's like, are you unhappy? Then get out of there, girlfriend. Come on. Nobody should be miserable.
It's the Samantha scoop,
Samantha.
That's how you help. You give them the Samantha scoop. Give them your take.
Yep.
I'm like, you got a good take, bro. You got, like you said, you appreciate the finer things. You understand both hemispheres of the human mind.
Yep. A little bit of chimp, a little bit of bonobo.
That's right.
Yeah, it's called balance.
You would thrive in the matriarchy.
And the patriarchy.
The patriarchy. Yeah.
Except I would be low on the totem pole in either scenario. So by playing,
but you
both,
would survive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. By playing both sides, I get a pass, but it's at the bottom of the totem pole. Because you think about it with that. If with me liking girl talk and being like, yeah, get out of there, girlfriend, don't be with it. Whoever that other guy who's in that relationship that I'm like, yeah, break up with him, dump his ass, would probably hate me. He's like, dude, this is against bro code. It's like, why the fuck would I stick to bro code when I know that being a bro means, perpetuating and enabling this kind of bad behavior? You're being a shit boyfriend. Step up your game, you fucking dummy.
There we go.
I just said what's right.
Yeah, it's your Mark and Steven. There's Sam and Samantha.
Exactly.
You get into the room with the girls, your eyes roll back. You become Samantha.
I'm Samantha.
You step into the room with the boys.
Samantha with an F.
You pick up the man controller. You become Sam.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I love it.
I can hold conversations about exfoliation as much as I can hold a conversation about hockey. I know just enough to stay above water.
Sure.
I am a chameleon, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than me, man. I can't fit into either.
Yes, you can, Jack. See, this is what you need to do, okay? You need to go ahead and chop your dick off.
I was actually going to try that this morning.
Yeah.
But
then you'll just be, but not even
now that I know that it
not
works.
even be like transition. It's like,
no, you just don't need it.
No, I'm not even going to go into the transition of like, I just want to. I was born a man or was born a man. I am a man. But I do not identify as someone with a penis. Get this thing off of me.
I just don't want this. Yeah. Get this, this unnecessary dongle off.
I want a vagina.
Yeah, that's right,
dude.
Yeah. I don't want to have to use a dongle. I want to just be able to plug it in.
And I'm canceled. Hey, I'm an ally. All right.
It's true. Yeah,
that was just a humorous concept where it's just like I was born and I know it's a hot button to say it, biologically male. I identify as a male, but I gotta have a vagina, man. Yeah. It's just a humorous thought. Can't you acknowledge? Can't I riff? Where's I didn't even know if the sound drops for this. You got to find it, John.
Can I riff? Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
I had you back.
Thank you. But I mean, I don't really have a whole hell of a lot more to talk about except for Taika. Let's get into Taika Waititi, okay? One, loving the beard and long hair. This dude looks fine. Yeah. You know? But the thing that I was noticing as the performance was going along is because he was absent from the first 2 episodes.
Yes. Yeah.
He's
he
only
show
in,
up till 3.
Yeah.
They talk about Blackbeard, but he's not
or maybe it's like the back of his chair or something
something like that.
Something like that. And so he shows up in episode 3 for sure. Mm-hmm. And then when he shows up, he's this character where he's super famous, and the pirate's life is played out, man. It's definitely one of those things where it's it reminds me of like Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas, where it's like, what fun is being the king if you just always win. You just always win.
That's right.
Well, where's the fun in that? And then he comes across Steed, and he's just like, well, this is a game changer.
Yeah,
this
is interesting.
New.
Yeah.
This is new. All the other pirates are the same old fucking thing. And then he finds out that Steve's like, into all the fine, fancy stuff. And he takes him to that party with Kristen Shaw and Nick Kroll.
Oh, yeah.
Where they all make fun of him. And then Steed just comes in and absolutely eviscerates those people through passive aggression.
Yep.
Passive aggression. What was it? The one guy said he gave a backhanded remark to Blackbeard. Blackbeard flipped.
Yeah, he didn't like
and
that.
He's just like, what was that? It's like his words, they weren't awful, but they felt terrible. It's passive aggression.
It's passive aggression.
It's where you say one thing, but you mean another. He just comes in passively, aggressively, eviscerates that entire place.
Yep.
And so it's like there's strengths to both. Because Blackbeard floundered and, he got really insecure and he didn't know how to dine and all that stuff. And it's like, well, you were cool on the high seas, but in a fucking posh dinner party, you're fucked, pally.
Yeah. And when Blackbeard goes dark.
Yeah.
He goes fucking dark.
He goes dark.
Yeah. He like snaps.
Throughout the course of the show, he's like developing a closer friendship to Steed. And then Lucius, I felt it was a little bit forced for him to just be like, I see what's going on here. You guys are in love. But the way he blew up at Blackbeard was so pointedly like, it's accurate, but he's not saying like, you guys are in love.
Right.
He's not flat out saying it, but he's like, this guy likes you so much, and he's been putting his life on the line. Winston. Don't fuck with the light, pal.
Winston!
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just got a little brighter in here.
That's right.
But when he's lighting him up about it, he's like, this guy likes you so much. Like, he thought that you would like this trip of finding buried treasure, but he's been, moping up and down. He's like, oh, buried treasures are fucking scam. It's just a waste of time. It's not a real map.
It's
like, why would you buy that map? Why would you buy the map from them? Why would you think it was real? Because why wouldn't they go find the treasure themselves? They're clearly riffing on scams today,
exactly.
where it's like, I have a secret tool to get like $1 million. Like, why didn't you use it then? Why are you giving it to me? Because you're fucking me out of something.
Exactly.
This kind of thing. So I loved that. But Blackbeard, I want to go back down to his performance though. Because throughout it, especially how he talked, like his voice and cadence, I know it's Taika's voice for sure, but there's so many parts that reminded me of Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
It sounded like Jack Sparrow to me. And then I started thinking as I was watching, I'm like, Johnny Depp based his performance off of Keith Richards, So I think that for Blackbeard, Taika based his performance on real life Johnny Depp. Being this like eccentric fucking rock star A-list celebrity who's been top of the fucking game for decades and you're tired of it. Everything's given to you. You're jaded. What's new? What's new for me? And he becomes even more eccentric. And so I think he based his performance on Johnny Depp, the same way Johnny Depp based his performance on Keith Richards.
Interesting.
So that's where my theory is. I have nothing yet to back that theory up. So therefore, it's my theory.
Call Johnny.
I'll call Taika. Taika Watts.
Do you have Taika's number?
On speed dial. I talk to him every day.
Call him right now.
No.
Why?
Because he doesn't want to be on DMT Don't Miss His podcast or
Why?
DMT Reviews.
Why doesn't he?
Because he thinks that we should earn it.
What do you?
He doesn't want to give us any handouts. He doesn't want to hold our hands. He doesn't want to produce any of our projects.
What do we have to do to earn it?
No, we got to go get it ourselves.
What does that mean?
No hand holding.
We're just asking for a quick phone call. No. We're not asking for money. We're not asking for his time.
He knows that his presence, just like his presence on this show, would blow DMT sky high.
It's true.
And he doesn't want to be on it.
I mean, what more do we've gone for almost 3 years, what more do we have to do to get a celebrity appearance?
I don't know. Ask maybe.
Call him.
Because bid aside, we've never asked.
That's true. We never do.
I think I've only asked Missy Martinez.
Yeah.
Which
she said no.
She said no, unfortunately.
Yep. Not interested. Too bad.
Too bad. She would have been a fun time.
Yeah, that would have been wild.
Yeah. The ins and outs on the porn industry, while also she's hilarious.
Yeah.
So
how long did you talk to her?
Like maybe a paragraph or so. Like my paragraph saying that, and then she was like, "Oh, thanks, but no thanks." And I was like, "Well, stay awesome."
Yep.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Ask again.
Ask again. It's
That's
like,
right.
How about now? How about now? It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been 3 days. How about now?
How about no?
How about now?
Get on here.
Yeah.
We're talking about Our Flag Means Death. She's a huge fan of Our Flag Means Death. And this would be the perfect time for Taika to come on.
It would be.
Yeah. You're being selfish.
Fine, I'll call him.
Keeping your number.
Fine, I'll call him.
Call him.
I'll call him. I'll call Taika.
Wait a second. It cut out. It's a scam. You don't have Taika Waititi's number, Sam. Delete it. It's my number.
It's your number?
You've been fooled.
I've been duped by Taika Waititi. He gave me your number? That means he has your number.
He does, yeah.
And hasn't called you.
I'm well aware of that. That's why I wanted to talk to him on the goddamn podcast.
Wow. Taika Waititi just swindling us.
That's right. Taika took us down.
Being a real Taika Waititi.
Yikes. Dude, he's the rat catcher.
He is the rat catcher. I forgot he was in that fucking movie.
He dies of heroin.
That just like, is that fucking Hodor in that movie? I'm like, is that fucking Taika Waititi, dude? What's he doing in the Suicide Squad? The Suicide Squad.
If they have a purpose, then so do we all. I don't know what his accent is in it.
I
think they're Portuguese, but I like the Portuguese. They're cool. They're fun.
Portuguese. What makes you like Portuguese people so much?
I don't know. Like when I was in Lisbon, everyone was so friendly and so cool, and they like partied all the time. I didn't join their parties, but I like the idea of the constant party. I know they do that in Spain, but I feel like they feel like they're the only ones that do it in Spain. And Portugal's just kind of like, we do it because we want to.
I like, yeah, because Portugal like knows they're dope. Right. Spain has to make sure everybody knows they're dope.
Yeah, Portugal wants to be that small. They don't want anybody else coming through.
They don't.
And then they made Brazil.
Yeah,
that's their like theme park.
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah, and I love that because it's like, yeah, we fucked up Brazil pretty hard, and it's ours now. I mean, now it's independent, but when the Portuguese settled there and took it over pretty much, and then nothing's come of it as far as like, oh, we got to change our national language, because of these goddamn, conquistadors taking over our shit.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, they speak Portuguese. They don't speak Spanish down there in Latin America or South America and Brazil. I mean, sure parts do, but they're like, no, we're Portuguese, dude. We're sticking to it.
Obrigado.
You want to go to Brazil and you know Spanish? Psst, no good, hombre.
Obrigado.
Obrigado? What the fuck does that mean?
Thank you.
It sounds like, it's almost like appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Obrigado.
Apricado.
Apricado?
Apricado.
No, it has nothing to do with apricots.
Apricado.
You seem like a real apricot guy.
Not really.
Yeah. You think you would have gotten scurvy on the ships?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the Swede, Nat Faxon.
Yeah.
That,
hilarious.
That guy, I've only really seen him in fuck, what was that movie? I didn't watch the movie, but it was a movie where David Spade was like a deadbeat trailer trash dad, and this guy was the new, like, you know, buttoned up dad, and he wanted to fight him, you know, that kind of stupid shit. But yeah, so Scurvy, that's one, like, I don't understand, because, you know, in your day-to-day life, how much citrus do you think you have, Jack?
I mean, I don't even know. I mean, sometimes.
Like, at all? Exactly.
Once in a while.
But it's not like your fucking gums and teeth are rotting out.
It's true.
So what is scurvy, to be exact? I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I don't really know. I know it's, you know, your mouth gets fucked up. I think your teeth fall out.
Because that thing, like him pulling his fucking teeth out or his teeth falling out, I hate, just like eyeball stuff, like I said in Doctor Strange last week, tooth stuff gets to me. Teeth, yeah. Like, yeah, I would have been Tom in that room when Ron, like, on Parks and Recreation.
Where you pass out.
Yeah, where Ron pulls his tooth out with the pliers and Tom passes out. I'd probably be like that.
Oh, yeah, that hurts so bad.
So, scurvy, a disease caused by a deficiency of vitamin C. So it doesn't have anything to do with citrus. It's vitamin C.
Yeah, isn't it like
characterized by swollen, bleeding gums and the opening of previously healed wounds, which particularly affected poorly nourished sailors until the end of the 18th century. Yeah.
I think you'd be okay.
Yeah, so if you're eating fruits and getting some vitamin C at all, you're good.
Gotcha.
Take some emergency. These pirates really needed some emergency.
Kids, you don't want to be like Scurvy Sam. Okay, Scurvy Sam didn't take his vitamin C, and that's why we recommend Capri Sun and High C Sunny D on the ships if you're gonna be pirating. Because if you want to be like Scurvy Sam, then you're not gonna have fun. Your gums are gonna bleed.
That one I truly don't like. That's a nickname I reject wholeheartedly. I do not want to be associated with any sort of gum disease or scurvy or anything that could cause your teeth to rot out.
It's just a commercial. You're getting paid to be a spokesperson so that kids eat or drink Sunny D. It's not that big.
And then they would probably require me to wear Billy Bob teeth. You remember Billy Bob teeth, Jack? They sold them in the little fucking quarter crank machines. Those things, as a kid, fucking terrified me. Billy Bob teeth terrified me.
They were really gross.
They were fucking disgusting. They had
Billy Bob
black,
teeth.
rotten holes in those teeth on the fucking things. Oh, fuck. My dad still brings it up because they got a kick out of how fucking freaked out I was by those. It's like, dude.
Would they like put in the teeth and like walk?
My sister and our neighbors did for one Halloween, and that, because it freaked me out so bad, my parents like put their foot down on that.
Oh, yeah.
But they still got a kick out of it. And my dad still brings up Billy Bob teeth. Yeah, and they're all fucked
Billy
up.
Bob teeth.
Yeah.
What a name.
I want to look them up right
Billy
now.
Bob? Hey, Billy Bob. That's just a fun name.
It is. Billy Bob teeth. They still sell them.
Yep.
They still sell them.
How much?
$10.99 on Amazon.
Oh, Jesus, they used to cost $0.25.
I know, right? This one on Amazon, big Cletus teeth.
God.
Oh! Oh! These are rough. They've gotten worse. The Billy Bob teeth technology has gotten worse. Got one with both incisors split like that, like pointing in different directions.
What if I wore some of these teeth on the show?
I don't know how seriously you could take it because I'd be so trying not to fucking be upset.
You know, I would hold the bit.
You would go the whole episode, even if like they were so uncomfortable and like digging into your gums. You would be like, "It's for the bit."
Yeah,
this is making Sam so much more miserable than it's making me right now. Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, no, it's no good. You don't want to get scurvy.
No,
don't be like Scurvy Sam, kids. This guy
couldn't even be just Scurvy Steve. Couldn't even be fucking.
I don't know. Sam works with so many names, you know? So much alliteration.
Yeah, but okay, so scurvy is why British people were called limeys.
Oh,
because
interesting.
the sailors were getting the scurvy all the time.
Because isn't citrus like the kind of not the cure, but like a way to handle it? Isn't that the association with
Yeah,
citrus?
because the vitamin C in citrus fruits, so like limes, lemons, grapefruit, oranges, all those have vitamin C. Vitamin C. Vitamin C. And yeah, but God, that's one of my favorite things in Sunny is that Cricket has scurvy, and then they just give him some lemons, and then they're like, he's like, "Well, I don't want any lemons." Like, fine, give him back. He's like, "Oh, no, I'll take the lemons," and he just bites into his because it's so sour, and I'm sure burning his scurvy.
Going back to grapefruit, I want to talk about grapefruit. I think about the naming of grapefruit a lot. Just somebody's like, all right, here's all the fruits. What are we gonna? Those are apples. Those are oranges. That's real original. Those are peaches. Those are mangoes. We'll call those grapes. We'll call those strawberries. We'll call those berries. We'll call those grapes. We'll call those raspberries. And he's like, wait, you already named those small ones grapes. He's like, what? Well, what do you want from me, man? Okay, I 6 of these are berries. Okay, they just have a different. What do you want me to call them? Grapefruit.
Yeah,
There's fruit.
Yeah.
It's grape. It looks like grape, but it's fruit.
Right.
You know, like
right. And then it's like orange. They just named after the color.
right, exactly.
It's like, well, yeah. Which came first, the fruit or the color name? That's a good one.
Yeah, I wonder. It's a real chicken or egg situation, though. I think there's probably an answer to this one.
Orange or orange? Which came first, orange color or fruit? Orange, the fruit came first. So then they were just like, had the color, and they're like, what the fuck do we call this, man? I don't know. It's the same color as the oranges, so it's orange.
It's orange.
It's orange, dude.
That's awesome.
Like strawberry, where'd they come up with that? You don't have any straw for that.
Yeah, blueberry makes sense. Blackberry makes sense. Raspberry is weird.
Yeah, raspberry.
Raspberries.
Like what? It's not like you eat it and your voice gets raspy. I just ate a raspberry. Oh. Yeah. You eat raspberries and your voice just gets fucking all raspy. I just love them though. They taste so good. I can't stop eating them. My throat's covered in seeds. I can't talk. Like, I have actual severe permanent damage. But I can't stop eating raspberries. A second set of teeth just made out of the goddamn seeds. It's not working. It's not worth it, but it's so worth it. I wouldn't recommend it. You know, like somebody with an emphysema hole in their neck. Like, I wouldn't recommend.
I
wouldn't recommend eating raspberries. Otherwise, you won't have a voice. Yeah, I do love and dislove this chair because, like we were talking about pulling our shoulders back, if I put my arms on the rest, they pull my shoulders forward. I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, man. That one got me.
Yeah. I ate raspberries every day for 30 years,
So
and this
that's
is
why
my voice now.
So that's why they call them raspberries. That makes so much more sense.
I have been confounded by this.
And then you look over and somebody's using a straw to eat a strawberry. And it's like, well, what the fuck? So you're not supposed to eat the skin?
No, you just suck out the middle of these things, man. I've gone through like 8 of these so far.
Why do you think they're called
And
strawberries?
then somebody's just like, got a bunch of blueberries. And he's like, I know they're purple, but they're blue.
They're blue.
They're blue.
Sir, you are colorblind.
Like, well, you want to call them purple berries? You want to add a whole other syllable onto it, fucko? You want to call them purple berries? All right, then. Go ahead, call them purple berries. See how that catches on. Yeah, didn't think so.
I want to call them burpy bees.
Burpy bees. My favorite thing to throw in my smoothies are some burpy bees.
Burpy bees.
Burpy bees, dude.
A lot of good antioxidants in burpy bees.
God damn it.
A lot of good fruit content at the end
Fruit
of this.
content for days, dude. Fruit content for days.
It's a thing. They should eat more fruit on
And then I love how it's like, apples also have a million varieties, and they're all named weird names.
Yeah.
Like Granny Smith, Red Delicious. You can't just put delicious in there. That's like false advertising, especially for Red Delicious because the skin tastes like shit. leaves this fucking like nasty soap kind of taste in the back of your on the
exactly
like
what it
bitter
is.
taste on the back of your tongue. It's like who's growing Red Delicious apples? Go to the Red Delicious orchard and burn down all the trees. You know, Gala, Fuji, Honey Crisp, all the others. Bangers. Yeah. Even Granny Smith, even though it's sour, you can really get behind it because at least you know it's going to be like that. Right. A Red Delicious is a deceiving name.
Yeah. At least
fuck a Red Delicious.
A Red Delicious feels like it's wrapped in a wet paper towel, you know?
Yeah. It's like sandy consistency on the inside. I hate a Red Delicious. Hate a Red Delicious. They're a red disgusting. They're a red deceiver. They're redder than the commies. Fuck a Red Delicious.
Oh man,
we got these fruit opinions.
That's right.
That's why you tuned into DMT Reviews. Fruit opinions.
That's right. Don't even get Sam started on pineapples.
Well, it's like because I watched this show so fast, and then you watched it so fast longer ago.
Right.
It's almost like we don't have enough to talk about.
Yeah, it's true. Well, and again, I feel like that it was so good that. So much of it is it's simple in a lot of ways. Like the show itself, I was thinking about it. It's like, I think it came out in 2-episode chunks, which makes a lot of sense. It probably just took about a month to come out because there's 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 10, so 5 weeks, whatever. And you can kind of see like almost a 5-act structure in the way it breaks down. Like the first 2 episodes are about, Rhys Darby and becoming the gentleman pirate and like establishing that and like, building Blackbeard as a presence, and
because he runs into the Spanish, and Blackbeard's the one to save him.
Right. And then 3 and 4 is like getting to know Blackbeard and bringing him on. And then 5 and 6 are more like kind of the evolution of their relationship, which leads to the inevitable fall and him going back. And then the back 2 are about him closing the door with his family and accepting who he is and going back to Blackbeard, who has meanwhile turned a corner and become his worst self again. Out of rage and anger and shoe polish.
Yeah, because that was the thing
beard.
Was they both did a full 180 in the opposite direction of each other.
Exactly.
Where Blackbeard he became the scorned ex-boyfriend who's going to double down on his bad behavior before, and Steed was going to be the bigger boyfriend who was going to improve himself and come back and really fight for this rather than which. It was kind of bizarre to see Blackbeard get all his hair chopped off.
Yeah.
In that scene after seeing him so bearded. And I'm like, I don't know why it's so weird because I've only really seen Taika without a beard. But in the context of this show, it looks...
also with the long hair, Yeah. You haven't seen him with the long hair and no beard.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of Taika looks these days.
We are getting a lot of Taika looks. I mean, we got the Hitler look.
We did.
The Hitler look was on fleek.
We get the douchebag CEO.
Yep. Yep. With the fucking weird like trench coat hoodies that he was wearing the whole time. Trench coat hoodies and like platform high top shoes.
Yep. Obviously, obviously vampire. Obviously, as a rock man.
Yeah, man.
Lots of different Taikas.
Wasn't he a 3-headed guy in Ragnarok as well?
Oh, was he? That was him.
Yeah, he was hilarious. The 3-headed guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, Taika's getting around, dude.
Taika Waititi.
I want to see when the episodes aired.
Dude, call him.
I tried. Turned out it was a scam. No, they released them in 3-episode chunks.
Oh,
so it's a 3-act structure. Yeah.
Wow, 3 weeks. Oh, wow. Is it an HBO Max show then?
Yes, it's a Max original for sure. So
okay.
It's like pilot. The hostage where they're trying to sell the hostages to Leslie Jones, and then the one where he gets stabbed by the Spanish guy and Blackbeard saves him, and then you get the backstory of what he did on Barbados, getting married and everything, and not being interested in it because he was in that coma while he was injured.
Oh yeah,
and Blackbeard trying to piece it together. And I love that whole scene when he wakes up and he's like, "So I take it you're from Blackbeard's crew?" He's like, "Yeah, I am." And he just goes through. He's like, "What's your name?" Edward. Ed. Call me Ed.
Call me Ed.
Call me Ed. He's showing him off his entire cabin and telling him about all the stuff. And he goes, "Oh, I guess we better get up to the top side, or Blackbeard's going to be angry." He's like, "Oh, no. I am Blackbeard." Freaked out.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they go to the party.
Yep, Nick Kroll.
Then the
Christian
Art
Shaw.
of Fuckery.
Yep.
Where they do their first actual pirate raid and scare the shit out of those people off of their shit.
That was funny.
That was really funny because it was so badly done, but it was well enough that they got the loot.
They got the job done.
They got the job done.
Came back at the end.
But that was when Lucius got bit by Steve, the Swede who had scurvy, and his thumb got all fucking swollen and everything. They cut off his thumb, and he comes running in and sprays those guys with blood. And he's like, "I didn't even plan that. That was well done.
That was well done."
And then, Jim. They go back to find Jim's family and talk about that. Jim stays behind. Then Calico Jack, which that whole episode, when Calico Jack shows up and Buttons is out there moonbathing and everything, and he's just like, "Put your pecker away, you pervert!" And he's like, "Quit watching!" Yeah, but then he's like, "Blackbeard aboard." Gets on there. I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" And then for like the first 5 minutes that you have Calico Jack on board too, his face is covered by his hair or bad lighting, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that?" And then he looks up for half a second. I'm like, "Will Arnett, thank you, God," because it had to be somebody. It couldn't be nobody. It couldn't be just like, "And introducing as Calico Jack." It had to be somebody famous, and it was Will Arnett. Yep. Thank God.
Will Arnett.
Thank God.
You like Will Arnett?
I do love Will Arnett.
Will Arnett's the best.
Will Arnett's the shit.
He's the Reese's guy.
Yeah. Is he? Mm-hmm. I did not know that.
He is the voice for the Reese's ads.
He's the Lego Masters. He's Batman. Mm-hmm. He's Lego Batman, which is the best Batman.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Also, we didn't even talk about how Batman is completely in love with the Joker.
That's true. That's true.
Batman and the Joker are in a non-sexual gay relationship, and all of their romance is expressed through terrorist actions and beating the fuck out of Joker. Mm-hmm. Terrorism, beating the fuck out. It's an abusive gay relationship. Just fucking get over it.
A little BDSM to it.
If they fucked, imagine how many Gothamites would be alive today.
Oh man, yeah,
hundreds.
Yeah, they would probably be the first, double, married, husband presidents,
Yeah, right.
Joker and Batman.
We would be living in the future.
It's chaos and order.
Instead of 2022, it would be 3022.
That's right.
With them.
Just automatically, they would just take it to that time. If they would just get over themselves and their toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
But then Calico Jack sells them out.
That's right.
Sells them out to the Royal Navy. Mm-hmm. Who's pissed because the admiral's twin brother got killed by Steed.
Right.
And, didn't get killed by him, but a bunch of slapsticky buffoonery happened and he died.
He was there when the death happened, and he wasn't not totally responsible for it.
He was going for it's manslaughter.
Yeah.
It was manslaughter.
That's right.
He was intending to hurt, but not kill.
That's right. How would you have liked the makeup of the sword through your eye?
Oh, man, that probably drove Rory Kinnear crazy. But then again, he's playing all the men in that movie Men that's coming out.
That's fair.
So I think that this guy likes makeup.
What's going on with that?
I don't know. Yeah. But I've heard good things.
Okay.
Let's go check that out. Let's review it because I love Alex Garland.
Okay.
Ex Machina and Annihilation are awesome.
Sure.
I haven't seen Devs, but you said it was good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he wrote Dread. Dread was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. But I want to see Men. Uh-huh. And Rory Kinnear, I haven't really seen him in anything else. I don't know what he's in.
I saw him and I was like, oh, I know that guy. And then I looked up his IMDb. I was like, I don't really know this guy.
I don't know this guy. I know that guy, but I don't know him at all.
Right. I've never seen him in anything before. But
yeah, because his last name is Badminton, too. Chauncey Badminton and something else. Can't remember what the other guy's name is.
Chauncey.
Chauncey?
My brother Chauncey.
Chauncey and Nigel Badminton. Captain and Admiral.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he I guess he was in the new James Bond movie, but we're not James Bond guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of British shit. Penny Dreadful.
Sure.
Skyfall. So he's just been in the Bond movies for a while, I guess. He was in Black Mirror. Oh, he was the mayor in the first episode of Black Mirror who had to fuck the pig.
Yeah, geez.
That's right.
Okay.
That's who he was.
Okay.
He had to fuck the pig.
Yikes.
So Captain Pigfucker.
Made his career on that.
Yeah,
It was a bold move making that
like
the first
all the
episode.
Bond movies, but then like all the Daniel Craig Bond movies, I should say. Specify.
Can I call you the Chance?
The Chance?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
It has nothing to do with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Chance.
Better than Scurvy Sam.
Imagine if you were on stage, you were known as the Chance. Who knows why, right? But who knows why anybody's nicknamed anything, right?
Well, I mean, it's like unless it's like an obvious physical flaw.
Yeah.
Any of those nicknames that it was like, was it in the Northman? So I can't remember how to pronounce his first name, but it's like Arldivir, War Raven for Ethan Hawke's character. And he's just, he's a warmonger. So that's why. So it's like, okay, that makes sense. But then you got like the dude who got his nose cut off. They just called him like, I can't remember, like the Stump or something like that. Or the Nose or something. I gotta find it. The North Man.
You're the Chance.
The North Man.
The North Man.
Gotta say it like Michael Douglas.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or the Bat Man. Yeah, Fjolnir the Brotherless, because he doesn't have a brother.
It's true.
Then his son is the Proud,
yeah,
because he's fucking a douche. Willem Dafoe was the Fool, because he's the Jester. Finnear the Nose Stub. The Nose Stub.
Finnear.
Yeah.
Finnear, the wolf.
Finnear. Olga of the Birch Forest.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like you get like nicknames made up, and so like Steed had made his own nickname up, but it stuck. The Gentleman Pirate.
Well, it fit,
It did.
Yeah.
Because he's a gentleman and a pirate.
And you're Sam the Chauncey Butler.
I don't even know what the fuck.
Sam the Chauncey podcaster.
What is a Chauncey?
I don't know. It's just really fun to say.
Chauncey.
just.
Well, when we had Chauncey Billups, that was the best. Chauncey.
Chauncey.
4-3.
King of Park Hill did. Now he's coaching the Trailblazers.
That's what's up.
I don't like the Trailblazers.
You don't like the Trailblazers.
They're direct enemies to the Nuggets. They're in our division. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Sam the Chauncey podcaster. Sam the Chauncey comedian. That's there because it's kind of like Chancey, like your chance.
The Chauncey comedian.
Sam the Chauncey comedian.
The Chauncey podcaster. I was really taking some chances earlier talking about
with that T-Talk, you know?
Yeah, the T-Talk.
T-Talk.
T-Talk, not TikToks, y'all.
TikTok. Tick-tock on the clock, like the party don't stop tonight. I'm a
No doubt. Definitely, for sure. But anyway, go watch Our Flag Means Death.
Yeah, definitely do. Again, I think I was trying to say when we started breaking down the episodes, kind of, again, it's been a while since I've watched it, so that's a little unfairness to the show, but also it's just so good. Like, it's like, again, just go watch it. Like, getting into the specifics would almost be kind of ruining it. You know?
Would be, because it's such a character-driven and emotional story.
Yeah, and the performances are fantastic.
The performances are fantastic. One thing I will say is that Leslie Jones with long hair, pretty nice looking.
Yeah.
I would say. I was into her look.
I don't think Jesselnick would be happy with you liking Leslie Jones. You know, they're enemies.
I don't think Leslie Jones would like me being liking her. Considering that she doesn't like men.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, Jesselnick and her, they got beef.
They do got beef.
Yeah.
You got.
We're gonna start it up again here on DMT.
You start it up.
That's right.
You got Hathor's character, Thorfinn Tooth Gnasher.
Oh yeah.
Tooth Gnasher, who was about to just explode a kid's head.
Yeah, he was excited to do that.
Right? He's like, oh, dude, I haven't killed a kid in so long. I'm stoked. Killing kids is fun. Well, I mean, the stories that they told about the mountain in the first 2 Game of Thrones books I listened to outside of the show, this dude, like, literally would go through villages. He would, like, rape women and children, and then smash baby heads against walls. And I'm like, yeah, that's extreme, but also I remember hearing about fucking, it wasn't Mesopotamians. It was in that same region, though. They were like the more brutal civilization.
Did it start with an A?
think so.
It's what the Rock is in Scorpion King. That's their people. I know what you're talking about. Acadian? Is it the Acadians?
I don't think so.
No.
Let's see.
Maybe. Figure it out.
I know. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Look it up.
I know. It's gonna drive me
The
nuts.
Acadians.
It
Sounds cool.
It does sound cool. I mean, that was the name of my first dog, Acadia. Katie. Plot.
I don't know if that is.
Oh yeah, they're the Acadians, but they're in Egypt. I'm talking about.
I thought they were in
Sumerians, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I think it might be the Sumerians. Because it was.
Smash baby heads.
Yeah, because it was like something I remember distinctly in Welsh's class that he's like, yeah, they would throw babies up in the air and then they'd smash their heads against walls and stuff. And I'm like, we're in school, sir. We're in school.
Oh man, how do you think you would have done in ancient Sumeria? Do you think you would have been able to blend?
I don't know enough about the people to just be like, I would survive or die.
Do you think Sam and Samantha would be able to, intermingle with the different men and women of the times?
I don't know. Like, it would be me as it is now?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
What if they are a shocking amount like us? Like all the dramas are the same stuff. You just have to know like how to say the words. You just need to know the language.
It's either that or Assyria. That's the other one I'm thinking of.
It might be Assyria.
It might be Assyria.
Think.
I'm looking at Wikipedia to see. It's like
read.
It's too much to read. It's either Sumerian or Assyrian.
Yeah.
But one of those two groups were just like real rough with smashing babies' heads on walls.
That's right. Classic human.
Then I think about Platoon, where the Americans raided a Vietnamese village, and there's literally like half squat getting thrown off Ben Stiller. He hurls a fucking baby into it and lights the building on fire.
That's right.
And it's like, these guys are crazy, and they're on our side.
Right. All right. Yeah, that's pretty wild. So speaking of baby popping, what would you give this show, Sammy B?
Oh, I'd give it a solid 9.
Yeah?
9.5.
Yeah. Again, I have a hard time I'll give it an A. Maybe that's how we'll start doing it.
Do letter grades.
I feel like letter grades give you a better sense. I feel like I feel mean with anything below a 7.
Well,
but that's
I was
basically
gonna
a
say
C.
too, if I go back through and check out all of our episodes and compile all our ratings on like a DMTB, a DMT movie database, so it's a DMT MB. DMTMB.
DMTMB.
It's like the EBDBB&B. It's the DMTMB. The DMTMB. They would all be like, I don't think anything less than a 7.
Nope. No.
I don't-
Or like we hated it and we just
had to
talk
just
shit.
rage about it. Yeah.
Exactly. I think letter grades surmise feelings a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hey, I just thought of that.
A minus. You can do minus as the plus system.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
I would give this one. I feel like an A is accurate. There's really nothing about the show that I didn't like. There's nothing about it that felt gratuitous. Everything felt funny and purposeful and enjoyable. And
I was watching it through the lens of like, I don't think even homophobes would find this to be objectionable.
They would only be upset about it if they were genuinely homophobic. Like if you just can't handle the idea of two men being
those
together.
people are probably gay. So.
Exactly. Like that's they are triggered by such show and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
We know about those people.
Yeah.
But.
So instead of watching some bullshit like Euphoria, watch Our Flag Means Death.
Yeah.
Because instead of feeling uncomfortable watching teenagers fucking graphically and doing hardcore drugs and getting murdered, you can watch a bunch of fun pirates, in a very silly rom-com.
That's right.
It's delightful. It's a good time. It's a nice 10 episodes.
Lots of New Zealand wit.
A lot of New Zealand wit. A lot of good improv.
Great improv.
They built that entire ship as the set.
Wow.
They built the entire ship and they had it on these like gimbal things to make it rock and sway so the actors would try and get sea legs and have to walk, and you'd see like the stuff swinging, and they put in the work. They put in the work. 100%. And I didn't check to see if it's got a season 2. Let's just double check, because if it doesn't, then everybody get on it and make it a season 2.
Support.
We need it.
Support.
Yes, like the exactly same thing for the Northman. Don't buy Morbius on digital. Buy the Northman on digital.
Buy the Northman, then buy it again.
Yeah, it's because it's that good.
And then again and again and again.
Because we need to support movies like that all the time.
Not Morbius.
Not Morbius. Fucking piece of shit.
Jared Leto calls you. He's like, hey, stop this slander, Samuel.
Hey, I'm going to send you a used condom if you don't knock it off. Hey, better yet, I'm going to come in your pillowcase. Like, Jared.
Do that?
Jared. Easy.
I'm coming for you, Sam.
Please don't.
He basically
it hasn't been renewed yet. It hasn't been declared. But guys, get on it. Like, go watch our Flag Means Death. I think this was the most spoiler-free review that we've done because we just ripped through it and we didn't have much planned for this week.
That's right. We're going with the flow.
We're going with the flow.
We had a lot of fun fruit bits.
Yeah, we did.
If you didn't laugh at the fruit stuff, then again, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Crazy.
You're stupid. You're fucking buffoon.
Yeah. That's right. You make me feel like.
But anyway, yes.
I gotta go.
Call it an episode. We'll call it an episode. Another episode of DMT Reviews. Go check out DMT Don't Miss This podcast every Thursday. Sorry about the video this past week because Jack is cut out of frame.
Yikes.
That's my bad as the camera operator. We don't have a producer.
That's right.
So I didn't notice until the very end. And then because there were a couple visual things on that episode that I was not thrilled that I didn't make it.
Oh, no.
So you'll
describe
see this.
some of them here. Take this opportunity to describe them in depth.
Well, it was stuff you were doing with the mace, especially.
Oh, that's right. I brought the mace.
You brought the mace.
That's right. Yeah. That's too bad.
That's too bad.
Happens.
It really is. Like, you see the mace come into frame and then go back out. Like, you got the arms. Maybe I'll just put some of that footage up.
There we go.
You just bringing the mace in and just being like,
you have to.
Yeah. I'll just chop that up and being like, yeah, this is why we need a fucking producer.
Dude, I'm a warrior with that thing.
You know what? We're going to ramp it up. We're putting ads on this show and DMT. 3 ad breaks.
That's right. Sorry.
We're going to crank up that revenue stream. We need money. We need money to bring this show to its better quality.
It's true. We do.
Yeah. We really do. We do. Because I dread editing because this computer can't handle it. I dread it. I really do. Like, it's been crashing like a bitch lately. It's been really, really pissing me off. So I need a new computer. Well, there's always something new that you need when you make shows.
Crashing like a bitch.
Crashing like a bitch. But anyway, go listen to DMT Table Reads. Check out the Color Plaid Comedy, where we got the Sketcheroonies going up on that. DMT Studios for the YouTubes, for the actual episodes you can watch. Versus ones where Jack is completely cut out of the frame.
Just the one.
Just the one.
But the most important one.
It wasn't that important.
Nah. We didn't say anything.
Wasn't that important.
That's right.
We never say anything.
That is true.
We just rip farts and bits.
If you enjoy it, then you're part of the family.
Yep. And otherwise, I think we gotta wait for Mr. Rogan here.
Of course. He's coming in. He's walking down the stairs.
Hardcore DMT. When you do DMT, you see that.
That's what you get with our show.
Thanks, Joe.
And you guys got to take it sleazy. Mayor McCheesy.
Love you guys.
Mr. Unlimited.